What's up, SNA fans? This is Super Ninja Austin here with another episode. This is episode uh, 132 of the SNA podcast, which we're going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA fans need to know. And from the Ringside News, it was an article for November 17th, or not 17th, November 19th, 2023. Oh. And we got some plenty of AEW Full Gear news now. Hopefully stay tuned for that. But it don't seem like I'm gonna only talk about a little bit of a recap of Full Gear because AEW just yeah, like we already got some news about that, and it's the unveiling signing of a free agent of in all professional wrestling. My apologies, and it is none other than drumroll beat. For those who unaware, it's Will Ospreay. Yep, that's right. Will Ospreay has signed a new multi-year AEW contract, and it says right here where Ospreay was revealed as the new surprise signing at AEW Full Gear last night. It was quite a move for Tony Khan's company because Ospreay is now all elite. There is a lot more to the story. Like Ringside News provided a full coverage of AEW Full Gear. It was quite a show, and there was a shortage of talking points like throughout the event. Like Sean Ross Sapp noted behind Fightful's paywall that Will Ospreay's deal with AEW is a multi-year contract. This is also a move that went down along before his New Japan ran up. The move happened well before Ospreay's NJPW deal was up, which left many surprised considering the nature of his contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling, how that it happened. We've confirmed that Ospreay is still under contract to the NJPW. and will continue to be through January of 2024, where we are told that Ospreay has communicated to New Japan that he wasn't re-signing with them, and he had their blessing to sign with AEW, who have worked with NJPW for years now. The relationship between the two sides allowed this new deal to be uh, fa- facial facial faciality is a facial face facilitated. Osprey will still be able to work select dates for New Japan while under AEW's contract. It was also reported that the contract negotiations between AEW and Will Ospreay become more active in the early part of the fall. And it says AEW had a has a positive outlook on securing his services. Osprey in initially expressed a desire to continue residing in the UK, but he later expressed uh, openness openness to exploring all options, including a potential move to the U.S. We have to learn that Will Ospreay, will be able to maintain his UK residence as part of the AEW deal. And I think this is great news from both Will and All Elite Wrestling, because like not only he can continue to wrestle and excuse me, not only he can continue to wrestle in New Japan, because considering uh, AEW's in a partnership deal with the Japanese-based promotion, but he can also still be the still be the IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion and still live in the UK, and also and and also get and also he can and also this he can and yeah and yeah and also about and speaking of AEW having a partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling, they also he he can also can he can immediately sign with AEW, like whenever he talks to NJPW that he's not going to resign, like by February of 2024, because he's gonna get ready to sign with Tony Khan's promotion. And it's been noted onto this, according to this Ringside News article, that Will Ospreay is excuse me, Will Ospreay was getting prepared to sign with Tony Khan, like, and and weeks prior, and then this was literally this was the plan all along to sign Will Ospreay to AEW, and this happened to be the newest signing, like in the most surprising newest signing with Tony Khan's All Elite company, and yeah, this is probably double great news for the UK star and the former New Japan star. Well, I'm not sure if we should call him a former New Japan star because he can still wrestle in New Japan bookings, and he can still be the IWGP UK / United States Heavyweight Championship as long as it's not interfering in his working duties. But I don't think it will interfere in his working duties because he's gonna be because New Japan's not much of a weekly televised show. Like he can he can wrestle for NJPW and also excuse me AEW, but he only gonna wrestle for like every week or every other week, like out of the month, and he can and whether if he's the IWGP United States / United Kingdom heavyweight champion or not, like we're gonna expect him more often on the New Japan, not New Japan, the All Elite promotion, and I think this is gonna be awesome for Tony Khan to sign him because we'll see him more often. He's gonna be fighting for any AEW gold and onto its company, like the likes of Jay White and Konosuke Takeshita and even Kota Ibushi. Like he's gonna be like the that guys like them that jump ship from NJPW, which I'm not sure about Takeshita, but Kota and Jay White. Speaking of Jay White, I'm guessing that I'm gonna have some news about him between the Switchblade and the Salt of the Earth. What went down on with the AEW World Championship. And amazingly, like I never heard anything about AEW Full Gear last night, anything whatsoever. And also, and also, what was up? Oh yeah, and usually you would normally see me review Collision on Saturdays, but it wasn't on. It was on Fridays. It was the rare Friday night edition of Collision, along with soon after with the Rampage event. But yeah, what do you think about Will Ospreay being now all elite? Sound off in the comments below. This is very absolutely exciting. I'll say, what if he signs with, and also, what if he signs with either this company or WWE? It would be a double win because I watch both of these companies, and I would be to happy to see him on like any of the companies, anytime, any place, anywhere. Like because he can bring a lot to the table, and I believe he probably wouldn't think about wrestling for NXT's Europe brand, like the new launching of the NXT Europe in 2024. So he was like, you know what, like I'll just pass, and then like if it's not for the main roster, I might as well sign with a all elite wrestling. That's one of my theories. I think he was thinking about that was probably the other extra reason why he signed with AEW. And we're gonna move on to the next news now. It's with and it's about the one of the wrestling legends' son. And yes, and sir and ma'am, it's the immortal Hulk Hogan's son, Nick Hogan's arrest on a DUI charge. And, and according to this Ringside News article, it's Hulk Hogan is famous for a lot of things. In his children, uh, Brooke and Nick Hogan, becoming stars on Hogan knows best. Now Nick is in trouble with the law, and his stems from another terrible decision he made behind the wheel. According to documents abstain, ob, ob, obtained by Ringside News, uh, Hulk Hogan, son Nick Hogan, was arrested for DUI over the weekend the, in Clearwater, Florida. According to to record to records according to records, the arrest occurred just before 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. Saturday morning, police booked him on suspension. Yeah, I'm right. Yes, kind of suspension suspension of driving under the influence, noting that he allegedly refused to submit to sobriety testing. The exact circumstances leading to the arrest are currently unclear, but un- but authorities are treating it as a mi- meaning the treating it has a misdemeanor as of the time of writing. Nick Hogan remains in, in custody. While a DUI arrest is a serious matter, it gains additional attention due to Nick's previous in Nick's involvement in a well documented car uh, accidents uh, accidents in Clearwater, Florida, back in the 2000s when he was a teenager. In that incident, Nick was in is driving with a friend, like John Graz, Graz Ziani, Ziano, John Graziano, like, who suffered a ser, uh, a sev, a sever a severe suffered a severe brain injury. Nick pleaded not con, not contest to reckless driving involving serious uh, bod, bodily 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 injury. I he served an 8 month sentence in connection with the accident. The Graziano family had also sued the Hogans over the incident, resulting in a in and out of the court settlement. We are hoping for a positive resolution to this case. Nick Hogan obviously made a terrible decision, and now he is paying for it. As for the writing, Hulk Hogan has not provided a comment on the matter. But what do you think about this latest news? And it's about when Hulk Hogan's son Nick Hogan he got recently arrested, which that's kind of shocking even for this guy because they said I said in previous times like he because he because this was a similar time. This is a similar situation from nearly 20 years ago when he was riding with his friend, but like and he got into an injury, got into he got into a real bad severe brain injury after getting in a car accident, and and uh, and then and his and Hulk and I mean yeah, and this Nick Hogan's friend his family sued his family, the Hogan family, and then that ended up being a out of the court settlement according to this article. So if I was him, I would not. If he ever gets the chance of driving again, my best recommendation is not do it under the influence. I would say because he could not get away from the law very easily, and I would say if so, like under the influence, I would prefer you to have a family member or a friend to to drive you wherever your location is. If like if so, of course, yeah. And what do you think about this latest news? Sound off in the comments below. And I hope for the better for this guy. Like for him not being in any other situations like this ever again. But anyways, let's move on to the next news now. And then we got some WWE's latest recruit, uh, re- relinquishing in independent championship. And it says right here, according to this news article, WWE has a lot of pipeline as they close out 2023. This could mean fresh faces will see their way to WWE like soon enough. Like now, one name is making even more progress in that direction. We we previously reported that Jay Malaka, Malaki Jay Malaki linked a deal, not linked, inked a deal with with WWE after recent tryout. Like now he is doing what needs to be done. He can close things on the indies. Jay Malaki, following a successful defense uh, against Alec Price at DPW, world's strongest volun- volunteer, voluntarily voluntarily surrendered the DPW World Championship. The the upcoming DPW second anniversary event, scheduled for December 10th in in Durham, North Carolina, will determine the the successory who will claim the championship title. And it says right here, and Jay Malaki has a lot of attention on him, and he could do big things in WWE. He has a ton of skills, and it's likely that he will become a regular on NXT soon enough. Among other names reportedly signed during the tryouts, where independent wrestlers Bro- Brogan Brogan, I guess I think that's what's pronounced. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. Brogan Finley, the second son of Fit Finley, and Lucky Ali, who both have a ton of had a ton of potential as well. We will keep our eye on this story, and and everything else is going on in the pro wrestling world right now here at Ringside News. Oh yeah, and I remember hearing about this guy Jay Malaki, like when about like he's rumored to sign with along with every other independent wrestlers on my last SNA podcast video, and it seems like he's finally under a deal with World Wrestling Entertainment, is he's probably gonna make some plenty of development, make some NXT appearance, like like as we go forward for 2024, with him going to wrestle the likes of probably the start of with Wesley. Excuse me, Nathan Fraser, and Nathan Fraser, and even any whatever that's in the mid card division at this time. But but yeah, this is really great news. Like I heard he's gonna rumored to be signed along with the likes uh of 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 uh of Brogan Finley and Lucky Ali. That's right. And will he be able to still use the Jay Malaki name? Or he's going to have to come up with a new name? Y'all let me know also in the comments down below. But yeah, I think this is great news, and I think he could be a big star if things go right for him and the booking is absolutely correctly executed. But yeah, y'all sound off in the comments below. I think this is thunderously great news. Like hopefully he has a massively he'll have a massively uh he'll have a massively good run, or should I say not good, a massively he'll have a massive, fantastic run with the Stanford-based company, like first in NXT, and then gets promoted to the main roster. Hopefully, it'll be a similar scenario with the likes of Dragon Lee. Like he had to surrender the AAA tag team titles not soon long after beating FTR when he won it with his brother Jalistico, and and that sounds similar to when Carl Anderson made his return with WWE when he had to relinquish the um, the IWGP Never Open Heavyweight Championship. Let's move on to the next news now with Buff Bagwell. Like inside, he's sober but may do jail time after DUI arrest. And it seems like Nick Hogan's not uh, the only guy that got arrested. Not the only guy and the wrestling star. I'm not sure if he's even a wrestling star. More like not the only guy that was in the wrestling industry that got arrested because that Buff Bagwell was arrested for driving under the influence of drugs, and he got a speeding ticket on on top of that. Now, now, although he assists that he is sober, but we may see jail time. Former former WCW star Marcus Buff Bagwell recently addressed his recent arrest in a YouTube video. Bagwell might might have been arrested for a DUI. However, Bagwell clarified that has he has been sober for 446 days. Buff Bagwell acknowledged the challenges of managing emotions without the use of substance and describe it as a necessary adjustment. He also admitted that since getting cleared, he he has struggled with controlling his temper, leading to a few setbacks in his DUI program. Additionally, Buff Bagwell mentioned an incident at the Dallas airport where he failed to document his whereabouts, which resulted in temper his temper causing trouble. This 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 incident led to rumors of a relapse, which he clar he clarif- clar- he clarified was not the case, and instead it was a misunderstanding, and I'm saying I I may be going to jail for my temper, like like but he did not relapse, and he he is still clean and sober. He he thanked Diamond Dallas Page, like Steve U and Steve U and the team of Diamond or DDP Yoga for helping him get clean and back in the gym after dealing with a 20-year addiction back in July. Buff Bagwell was arrested for DUI. It appears that he didn't learn this lesson because he was booked for the same charge. Once again, this is not a good trend for sure. Where we're hoping that he can turn things around. Yeah, like literally, because this is not putting them on a good path. And we think about this about Buff Bagwell being arrested for the second time, like along with Hulk Hogan's son Nick Hogan, like were him driving under the influence as well. And what do you think about these two getting arrested? Y'all sound off in the comments below, and I'm hoping that he can rehabilitate out of the situation and if he had a chance to drive again as well, just like Nick Hogan, I'm recommending not to be do it ever again with some substance abuse or drinking anything drinking anything like and then if you can't and and if so, like I would recommend you to have a friend or a family member what's it to drive for you, like especially if they have a valid driver's license or whatever. Yeah, y'all let me know y'all let me know down in the comments below what y'all think. We're gonna move on to the next news now. We got some WWE Raw's New Year's Day episode gains momentum with a strong ticket demand. And it says right here, WWE had a banner year in 2023, and 2024 is shaping up to have a great start. It is not uncommon to see sold out shows for WWE at this point, and next year is shaping up to kick something off with another packed crowd. WrestleTix report that WWE Monday Night Raw is scheduled for uh, for Monday, January 1st, 2024 at 4:30 p.m. and it will take place at the pre- the press the press cha the Picada Arena in San Diego, California. As of this writing, there are 894 tickets available for the event, and the current setup allows for a total of capacity of eight 800 8,125 attendances of 7,231 tickets already can distribute. And this in this in, in indicating in an increase of 148 tickets since the late update, which occurred 7 days ago. And what do you think about this high number of fans of being attendance for the San Diego show in for new for the for the for in January 1st, 2024. And do you think that like at the Picada Arena, yeah. And what do you think about being in the Picada Arena? And I'm wondering if one of my YouTube homies is gonna be at that show, which I believe he will if he don't have anything on his plate. Maybe he would because of for the fact of being the New Year's holiday. But despite that, half of the half of everything, like half of everybody hardly do get New Year's off. Like it's like 50. You're gonna it's like a 50% chance. But I would say, but yeah, let's just say he's from San Diego and he'll probably be attending there. But but what you think about and what do you think about what do you think about this high number with 7,231 tickets being sold so far this month for New Year's on the latest New Year's edition for Monday Night Raw? And do you think it's gonna have a good higher rating for being on New Year's, or is it gonna be just another episode of Monday Night Raw? Which I'll probably do a Monday Night Raw review for New Year's, but I probably wouldn't do it for Christmas because it will probably be pre-taped and then it's gonna be Christmas time. So I wouldn't be doing a how I would not be doing a holiday video. I should say I won't be doing a Christmas episode of Monday Night Raw because of two reasons. Because celebrating the holiday with family, and also because of rumors speculating and spoilers being. I mean, that's when we uh, like spoilers will be revealing on social media. So we're gonna have to just like all over social media and according to sources. So we're just gonna take a week off from making review videos like for both Raw, SmackDown, NXT, uh, AEW Dynamite, Rampage, uh, SmackDown. I think the whole week of that is gonna be pre-taped and pre-recorded from the previous Raw and SmackDown. But yeah, y'all sound off what y'all think about this high numbers with and fans are looking forward of watching Monday Night Raw starting on the new year. And I'll say, and I don't think it's because of MJF because I would say even if he does sign with WWE, they'll probably extend his they'll extend they will not extend. I mean, they'll probably wait until he makes his in-ring debut at the Royal Rumble, like they do with every newcomer or even like a newcomer big star of the company, like they did with AJ Styles back in 2016. And I would say or even wait later on and then or even they'll have him or wait until like anytime after WrestleMania, and he aligns with Cody Rhodes and play a sneaky, manipulative, two face babyface in WWE. Some similar to his days in AEW when he was like 5 years prior when he was aligning with MJ with Cody Rhodes until soon after it was only a matter of time he was going to turn on him, which I think he's going to do that at a you'll probably either way, whether if they wait until after Royal Rumble or not, like they're going to have him a temporary alliance with Cody Rhodes, with him finishing the story and being the undisputed WWE championship, and and uh and turning on him just to get a shot at his AEW World Championship. And they could even show them even in the other company, which that'll be a shocker. Which I'm not sure WWE will do that, but I'm saying they could show that because for the fact that it's Cody and MJF they're showing. But yeah, but what y'all yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the next wrestling news. Before I do that, I need to take care of my little allergy issue right here. Okay, we got some Tony Storm news now. As she discloses handwritten letter she gave to Tony Khan to avoid AEW media scrum. Tony Storm made her way to AEW after a disappointing run on the WWE main roster. She certainly a had a solid run as the interim AEW Women's World Championship, but that saw her end up at Full Gear last year. A year a year on, she won the title back, but decided to skip the medium scrum by handing Tony Khan a letter. Like now, Storm has revealed the contents of the letter. Ringside News provided full coverage of AEW's Full Gear. It featured a lot of memorable moments and incredible matches that made sure fans were at the edge of their seats uh, throughout the event. And it says right here, this included Tony Storm defeating Hikaru Shida to become three-time AEW Women's Champion. She she was also supposed to be part of the post Full Gear AEW media scrum, but she bailed out of out of the out of it by giving Tony Khan a handwritten letter, which he read out with him saying like where Tony Storm took to her Instagram Instagram like afterwards and uploaded the handwritten letter for the world to see. Like Naturally, she also tagged Tony Khan in the story. They're there for good measure, of course, and saying, "Please excuse me, absence at your little scrum. I had to board in a board in board an aeroplane." And I'll say, now I see where you got that from. I am going to Peter Lawford's beach house for the weekend. Nevertheless, I am still your new AEW Women's Champion, and I expected to be uh, lauded as such on the Turner broadcasting station. Give Ted my best. If you must talk about me, and do be kind, and don't drink so much coffee. We will have to wait and see how Tony Khan will be booking in the coming months as the AEW Women's Championship. As fans are certainly happy to see her becoming the champion after so long. And what do you think of this hilarious letter? Like, doing you love? Do you love Tony Storm's current character? Well, okay, I'll just talk about that in just a moment. And there's the post of her letter, her handwritten letter that she gave to Tony Khan to tell everybody in the media scrum, like from the post. And there's the post that she did. And there's the post about Tony Storm doing that as well, with Tony Khan reading the letter on the medium scrum. But yeah, what do you think about Tony Storm in her new character? Do you love Tony Storm in her new character? I think it's extremely hilarious, and even my sister even thinks so too. Like, but yeah, this was. At first, he started acting like if she was some kind of a Swedish actress in denial. Now she's acting more of a 1920s a Swedish singer, a Swedish singer in denial. But now she's more like a not like a 19 an I would say a 1920s French or British actress, of course. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this character in the comments below. I think it's very entertainingly hilarious, and I think it could do. And for her being AEW Women's World Champion, it's kind of more interesting, if you know what I mean. Like, it's very it's gonna she's gonna show that this championship should be more cared about into this industry, and even more in more of the entertainment business. But I don't know about much about being in the entertainment business unless if you're making a movie for the All Elite company. But I don't see what's the point of that unless you actually going to do it. But yeah, sound off what y'all think in the comments below. I think she could do. She can bring in a lot of interest, and I believe she should maybe, and just maybe, hold that title at least for a half a year. And you know why? Well, I'll tell you why. But we'll be talking about that later on in the later wrestling news date. It's where we're gonna move on to we're gonna talk about the final count reported that for AEW Full Gear in 2023 numbers attendance, and it says right here AEW Full Gear took place in the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California, on Saturday, November 18th. It was quite a night, and Ringside News provided compre- comprehensive coverage. Now we know how will they did with ticket sales, as attendance numbers haven't been amazing as of late. It says WrestleTix noted that there were there were 12,000 there were 12,904 904 tickets distributed for AEW Full Gear. The figure stands as a noteworthy improvement like over the previous Full Gear event I held in Newark in 2022, like which is recorded which is recorded 12,106 tickets distribute. Like, it's important to note that ticket sales closed earlier than originally anticipated, leading to the final count being based on the early closure during his post-show scrum. Tony Khan, the president and CEO of AEW, mentioned that there were over 13,000 people in the building, hinting that the actual attendance may have exceeded the official count. Additional autograph of the box office line circle uh, circulating after the show started rises the possibility that the last of available count of 689 might un, underestimate the actual attendance. Despite the precise attendance, figures it is evident that the the event enjoyed a robust turnout, which included walk-up attendees. Most sections of the venue were reported to be nearly full, highlighting a positive response from the audience. To provide further context, the last two AEW events held at the same venue had the following attendance attendant figures uh, on January 11, 2023, during a Dynamite event. There there were there were 90 there were 906 no, I mean not 9,636 attendees. However, on June 1st, 2022, like during a Dynamite event, attendance were registered of 13,955 attendance. The increase in attendance for Full Gear compared to the prior event in Newark, as well as the constant of constant of strong tryout for AEW events in Inglewood in cases the ongoing popularity or and growth AEW's fan base. We will have to see what AEW does not to follow up on Full Gear. It was an exciting show, and fans got their money's worth. Only time will tell Worlds End will top this as the as as the company returns to pay-per-view on November 30th. And what do you think about AEW having a little bit of a high number of attendees at the AEW Full Gear event last night? And what do you think what's next for AEW as they go on the road to World's End? Sound off in the comments below. And we're gonna have the Continental Classic tournament, which we also have two announced wrestlers, which those two being Andrade El Idolo and Bryan Danielson, as they were recently announced from this past week, with Bryan Danielson on Dynamite and then on Collision, Andrade El Idolo. Let's move on to the next news now. We have rumors swirl as WWE considers NXT call-ups for explosive main roster story. And it says right here onto this article, WWE has a lot of plans in the pipeline, and they wanted to make a big superstars out of as many members of the roster that they can now one recent they can now like one recent NXT call up is in line for a big angle. The LWO was shattered thanks to Santos Escobar as he turned heel on Rey Mysterio. The two are expected to ended up new groups and battle against each other. Now it appears that Dragon Lee is in the mix somewhere. Like according to Dave Meltzer on noted on his Wrestling Observer newsletter that WWE has big plans for Dragon Lee. There are currently plans for there are plans for Rey Mysterio to vouch for Dragon Lee as the next big mass superstar, possibly similar to what he did in NXT during their program. And it was noted that WWE is talking about bringing up Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo as part of this new LWO angle. Their names have also came up in the past. And then Meltzer noted, Santos might end up with Los Lotharios. Like that was one of the ideas for them to join Santos. Like actually, originally before the Ray and Santos thing, there was talk of Los Lotharios joining with Ray too. Like Los Lotharios that has definitely been in conversations, yes. Garza and Angel Garza and Humberto Carlito have have main roster experience. Like and there was a time when it appeared that both of them would get pushes. Then then the then the real life cousins real life cousins joined NXT and have have been rehabbing their characters ever since with matches like claw mark chest tattoos. Like only time will tell what is next for them, but they both have a ton of uh, un- untapped, untaped, untaped potential. And what do you think about this news? Like being revealed that they were originally supposed to join Rey Mysterio along with the other LWO members, and it and do you think that Los Lotharios were aligned with Los Lotharios is Humberto Carlito and Angel Garza will align with Santos Escobar, and we'll probably see a 6-man feud. Like first will probably be Carlito and Joaquin Wild and or Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro taking on the Santos Escobar's new version of the LWO, and then later on it will be Rey Mysterio, and then we'll probably see a big time feud, a big time feud with the big excuse me, like with the two with the two former best friends fighting it out probably at the beginning. Yeah, like they say, like I'll say either at Elimination Chambers or at WrestleMania. That's where I think that they're going to end their feud, like where they're going to have a long term booking with, which I believe Rey Mysterio should win. Like that's a early. This is probably a way early prediction, but I think he should. I think that Santos Escobar should win with get the first round, but Rey Mysterio should get the second round, evening the odds. But it wouldn't kill because not like he did not get a win out of Rey Mysterio. Like even though that's 50-50 booking, but it would tell a story. Uh, it will probably would tell a story into their feud that they're going into, of course. But let's move on to the next news now. And it says right here, WWE planning breakout storyline for SmackDown Superstar. But anyways, okay, we got some breakout tournament news now. As WWE has a lot of plans in the pipeline, and they want to make big superstars out of as many members of the roster that can they can now they can now one recent NXT call up is in the line for a big angle. Wait, already said that. My bad. Okay, AEW Continental Classic news. Now it's about the tournament at tournament end game inspired from 80s Japanese promotion. And it says right here, according to onto this article from Ringside News, AEW is always looking to do something different to keep their fans engaged with the current product. One of one way or the other, their latest idea was to introduce their own version of a Z1 Climax tournament, like the Continental Classic. The tournament seems to be inspired by 80s Japanese promotion as well. Earl, like earlier this month, Tony Khan introduced the Continental Classic tournament, which is which is uh which is round robin competition, uh, like that will see 12 stars compete weekly in matches. The tournament will begin on November 22nd in Chicago, Illinois, and then it will continue for the next 6 weeks until the finals on December 37th in Orlando, Florida. For the time being, Eddie Kingston, Mark Briscoe, Andrade El Idolo, and Bryan Danielson are all participants in the tournament. Like in the tournament, uh, Tony Khan also noted that the winner of the tournament will become the be a triple crown champion. While speaking on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer shared the details about the tournament, explaining how New Japan Strong title gets combined with the ROH title alongside the new Continental Championship. I dare I thereby making the winner a triple crown champion. It was added that this is what all Japanese this is what all Japan did in the late 80s when they had uh, an international and United National titles mayor. Meltzer noted, so the deal with this is the deal that the Ring of Honor Championship and like initially is changed to the Triple Crown, like the New Japan Strong title, and and initially essentially goes away as a part of the Triple Crown. This is what all Japan did in the late 80s when they had the international and the United National titles. like all merged. I mean, all merged and essentially it becomes one title. The key to this is that they have a championship that is defended in New Japan Ring of Honor and 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 sanctioned and sanctioned by all three. So the that's the that's the uniqueness of it. It, it in the sense that it's three promotions. So it's a championship that was formerly the Ring of Honor title that that allows the Ring of Honor title to be defended in three different companies as a joint promotion title. The company also unique plans for the triple crown champion. It it remains to be seen who will end up becoming the Triple Crown champion after the Continental Classic tournament includes after all the champion all the champion will will be uh will be someone who is able to take such responsibility on their shoulder on their shoulder. But what do you think about Tony Khan planning all this of making the Ring of Honor into three, making the Ring of Honor title into three, making a Triple Crown championship with being you can defend it on three different promotions. Well, two of them that Tony Khan owns, like with the likes of the AEW, like go to AEW or Ring of Honor or New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like he could depend, like whether if it being Eddie Kingston, a Brian Danielson, a Andrade El Idolo, or Mark Briscoe, like whoever wins the Continental Tournament, they could be known as the Triple Crown Champion of Champions. Like it reminds me of like how WWE unifies a championship, whether if it's like with the WWE and World Heavyweight Championship back in 2013 or in 2022 to 2023 with the WWE and the Universal Championship. And also the WWE and the WCW championships being unified in 2020, I mean 2001, I mean when Jericho did that. That's what kind of reminds me of. But yeah, who you think's gonna win? Who's gonna be this champion of champions? And by at the end of December of this year, and as on the way of being that champion in 2024 in January. Sound off in the comments below. We're gonna move on to the next. And we got some Danhausen news now. As Danhausen addressed allegations of AEW Heat over bootlegging merchandise, and it says right here, AEW fans are wondering what happened to Danhausen at this point. He is around. He is around, especially on social media, which is where they could recently find him squashing a rumor about his absence from AEW television. A post went viral that including that included a pretty big story that and that narrative is that Danhausen was bootlegging AEW merchandise, as it says. Danhausen was apparently stealing shirts designs from AEW shop, then getting them printed out uh, for dirt cheap at a local print like shop, local print shop, and selling those himself for the same price as an AEW shop shirt. The rumor claimed that AEW is investigating this matter, where, which is why he was pulled from his scheduled Rampage return angle. It was also stated that Danhausen may lost his job over the issue. Danhausen saw Danhausen saw this rumor, and he had to say something that the very nice but very evil one to posted to call out the this rumor as uh, baseless in the generated online. The internet is good because one one singular dumb person can make up an entire lie about you, and then a bunch of even dumber people will believe the lie and add more lies to it. We will have to see what's excuse me. Sorry about the sneezing. But anyways, yeah. We're just gonna have to see if Danhausen makes his AEW television return anytime soon. He has a lot of fans who want to see him perform, and he also puts a lot of the thought into everything his character does. Uh, Only time will tell what happens next in this situation. And what do you think about this? Fan posting on social media about like a false news report about Danhausen is set to lose his job with AEW just because he's stealing, he's bootlegging and stealing merchandise logos on and selling it for the same price on online that from AEWshop.com, stealing from AEWshop.com by stealing their logo and getting the print from a local printer and sell them online, which that's not which Dan it looks and according to this post that Danhausen posted, like like he shut down all the rumors because that was not the case, because Danhausen did none of that. He's set to return. And I think the return from this past Rampage had the. I think it was a. I think it was a. I think they had some reasons because I think they had to cancel it. Because I think they were too busy making this the biggest go home show, and they didn't have no time to put them on there, or let alone being on a vignette or a segment even. So they probably postponed it until next week's Rampage. I'm just guessing what it could possibly be, or even this coming Wednesday. How we know if he's not going to be a big surprise for AEW uh, Dynamite this week. But anyways, Danhausen and CM Punk are good friends. Punk even randomly uh, ordered 14 cheeseburgers for Danhausen. Like not too long ago, odds are odds are they will never get to work with each other in AEW as they may have as they wanted to. Hopefully, Tony Khan will find some kind of way to use him very soon. And there's the post from on his I believe his Instagram page about he's shutting down all the rumors. And if you need some time, I'll recommend you to pause this video, but I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to read it. But yeah, and that's why you shouldn't believe everything you read on the internet, because if it's not confirmed by the promotion or the from the promotion or the wrestlers or the wrestling promoters themselves that's revealing this, then you shouldn't believe it at all, because they're the one that's living it. Unlike the fool and the imbecile that was that was get that was that falsely reported that about Danhausen just to make a cheap publicity stunt on social media. Like, but that's not gonna get you. That's not gonna get you some free publicity like easily in a good way. Like, and if it does, it's gonna lead you in trouble, and you're gonna cause some kind of a penalty. You're gonna be in some kind of a penalty, like, and it's gonna cost you some kind of a penalty for making false reports about the too nice but too evil wrestler. But hopefully Danhausen's doing all right, and he's not getting harassed by idiotic marks on social media and online. But yeah, hopefully we'll see him soon and be more entertained from the face painted vampire pirate leprechaun voice cursed his opponent's wrestler. Very, very soon. Hopefully we'll see him very, very soon, basically. We're going to move on to the next news now. Is we got AEW has unique plans for cross promotional tag. I think I already said this. Yeah, it's going to be a cross promotional championship. I already said that. Okay, we're going to move on to some Darby Allin news now. As Darby Allin set to take a sabbatical from AEW, a sab or sab, a sabbatical, I should say, a sabbatical, yeah, sabbat, sabbatical. But Darby Allin is currently Darby Allin is currently one of the top stars in AEW who has made a name for himself as a thrill seeker and extreme daredevil. That is not a gimmick, as he is exactly like that in real life, which is why he plans on climbing Mount Everest next year. Now it appears he will be taking a sub a sa- a sub a sabbatical in order to train for his upcoming uh trek trek next year. And it says right here, says Darby Allin also loves skateboarding and doing a lot of death defying uh, activities, like death-defying activities that truly make him feel alive. The the former TNT champion truly knows no fear and has a life changing plan for the next year. As previous reported, he reported Darby Allin plans on climbing Mount Everest next year. Naturally, this is a major endeavor, and there are several risks involved, as Mount Everest is a very dangerous place. Speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Brian Alvarez noted that Darby Allin will be off AEW television for a while, as he will be flying to China soon in order to train for this Mount Everest trip. He said the announcers then stated that Darby was supposed to get on a red eye after this match to go climb Mount Everest. I was told that he is getting a red eye, and I don't know I don't know this for sure, but I think he's flying to China to train. I don't know he's actually climbing Mount Everest just yet, but that is what they said on television. One way or another, he's going to go. He's going to be gone gone for a while. He is actually training. It's not a storyline. Darby Allin competed at the AEW Full Gear pay-per-view uh, event from Los Angeles, California, at the Kia Forum, like in a winning effort against the patriarch Ar, patriarch Ari, the page the pay the patriarch Archie, yeah, the patriarch Archie will we'll have to see to wait. We'll have to wait and see. And Allen Allen will return to AEW television. What's your take on Darby Allen will be successfully in his endeavor? Let us know. Yeah, I'll say the rest of it. What do you think about him finally getting ready to climb Mount Everest? And is he going to China? And yeah, he got on a red eye, or what is he doing? Like, you're getting ready to climb the mountain, and hopefully he does successful. For me, it's Super Ninja Austin courtesy on the SNA podcast. I'll wish him the best of his luck on him climbing the mountain that he always dreamed of doing for a long time now. And it looks like, yeah, we won't see him for a while on TV, like possibly for a couple of months. We probably won't see him like until probably January or February, like getting ready for Sting's retirement match, like with him teaming with him in more matches. But looks like Sting's probably gonna have to fight it out on his own, like in matches, like whoever it be, like whatever it's on Collision, Rampage, or Dynamite. But anyways, what other thing I needed to say? But it's been also noted that but it looks like, yeah, that's right. It looks like he won't be challenging Christian Cage for the TNT Championship anytime soon. And if there's still plans for that, it looks like it's going to be booked into a later date. And also, like, unless he loses it soon, and then we'll see Nick Wayne trying to win it right back, but fails to do so, and then he instantly turns on Christian Cage along with Luchasaurus, and then He'll have no choice but the team with Adam Copeland, and then it'll probably be a tag team match with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage taking on Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus, either at Revolution or Double or Nothing. But I'm gonna let y'all. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below about Darby Allin finally getting ready to train to climb Mount Everest. All right, this is great news for Darby Allin. His dreams coming to reality, and it looks like it's only a matter of time to see him like posting that he finally climbs right up on the top whenever that day comes. But anyways, we're gonna move on to the next news, and it's some more AEW news about Tony Khan reveals conversations with Mercedes Moné. And it says right here, Mercedes Moné has been out of action due to her broken ankle injury, but that's about to change in good time. Many have speculated that Mercedes Moné could make her way to AEW, and he he has confirmed he has spoken to Mercedes Moné. Now, Mercedes Moné underwent surgery for the injury and has since been re cooperating in the in the meantime she was in attendance for AEW All In at Wembley Stadium back in August. Many are convinced she will make her way to AEW soon enough. While speaking at the AEW press conference, Tony Khan was asked about Mercedes Moné signing with AEW. Tony Khan confirmed that he had talks with Moné and that she is welcome in AEW. He said, "I have a lot of respect for Mercedes Moné. We could love to have her at any time, and AEW, she's had great experience with our partner NJPW. She would be a great addition to AEW anytime. I I have great respect for her and have had great conversations with her. I think the world of uh, the world of her. And what do you think what Tony Khan said onto the press conference? And do you think he's going to sign her? Like possibly whenever she recovers from her ankle injury that she still suffered from that Willow Nightingale match at New Japan's Resurgence event for the inaugural New Japan Strong Women's Championship. And and do you think it's only a matter of time that she's going to be all elite, or do you think she will be making appearances thanks to the partnerships with NJPW? Sound off in the comments below on that, but I think whether either way, she won't be making any kind of appearances until any time in 2024 because because it's been noted from a previous news, like when she was when it said that she was in a cameo, I believe, like when she was on the cameo live stream, she's like expect her to be returning in a squared circle by the time of like sometime in 2024, like she even admit that she missed being in the ring and she missed being wrestling in matches, and it's basically her life, like basically. But yeah, like whether if she signs with AEW or stays with New Japan and makes crossover events with AEW, like either way, like it looks like it's a guaranteed with Tony Khan. Like Tony Khan welcoming her. Like either way, like if she's gonna make a like for Forbidden Door, like in June, or even Wrestle Dreams in October, probably in 2024. Like that's my guess. But I mean, and even if she does make a return, like, and she does sign with AEW, it could be soon. But I think if she stays with New Japan, I think she'll be making her AEW in-ring debut probably like at June, to get ready for a match, like to face someone from AEW in the Dream match in AEW's pay-per-view Forbidden Door. That's my prediction. But yeah, y'all let me know down in the comments below. Okay, we got some Uncle Dax hardwood news as unveils battle battle scare a battle scarred face following intense AEW Full Gear showdown. And it says right here onto this article, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler have earned a reputation as one of the most accomplished tag teams of the past decade in professional wrestling. FTR was part of a huge match at AEW Full Gear. And yeah, that was just a joke of saying it in a way Katie Kingston said it like a couple years ago when he said it to CM Punk. FTR lost the match, but came out looking like winners. Like Harwood also decided to show off his battle scarred face, after the battle scarred face, I should say, after AEW Full Gear. Last month, FTR defended their AEW World Tag Team Championships against Ricky Starks and Big Bill on AEW Collision. Shockingly enough, they ended up losing the titles in just 5 minutes. Wow, like that's the shortest tag team championship match I have ever seen in AEW. Anyways, this is come to head at AEW Full Gear as Ricky Starks and Big Bill defended the AEW tag team titles against FTR, House of Black, and La Falcion in Gobernado in an insane fatal four-way ladder match, which I'm kind of shocked they made this a ladder match without the Hardy Boys being involved. I mean, that's because they are absent right now. Like, hopefully we see them return in the All Elite ring. But anyways, it was a brutal match, like from start to finish. Like they took a leave of absence. That's right, and that's hope I said that. But anyways, but we're going back to this match. It's like, and things got bloody real quick. In the end, Big Bill and Starks retained their AEW tag titles after outlasting FTR while fighting on top on the ladders. Like Dax Harwood took to Twitter to uploaded a photo of him, showing off the aftermath, which is right here. Right onto the left side of his forehead. And if you need more time, I'll recommend you to pause the video to get a closer look at it. But what do you think about Dax Harwood does not letting this huge loss against Ricky Starks and Big Bill at this ladder match, along with four other 4 other competitors into this tag team match? Sound off in the comments below. Thank you very much, Michael Vasquez. Yeah, I appreciate your support on my SNA podcast video. Keep on watching to the very end. It just gets more and more interesting when we're reading more what's in the wrestling news article. Just stay tuned until the very end. I promise you, this will get more and more interesting. And even though I have a couple more to go, you're gonna enjoy the wrestling news. I'm reading right now. And up next, I'm gonna be talking about talking about Tony Khan set record straight about Ronda Rousey contract status after Ring of Honor debut. During Pro Wrestling Revolver's Unreal event, Ronda Rousey and Marina Shafir squared off against Athena and Billy Starks in a tag team match. However, that wasn't the only appearance this week, as she also appeared during the latest Ring of Honor taping. Now, Tony Khan has cleared the air about her contract status, saying the former WWE superstar also made her shocking debut during the latest ROH set of ROH tapings. Her appearance during the show was also made for very specific reasons. While also speaking at the AEW press conference, Tony Khan was asked about Rousey's status with AEW. The AEW president confirmed that Rousey isn't signed with the company. Khan added that he would love to have her, but in the future, saying she is not signed, but we have a great conversation. It about comes about because there was some unfinished business. They had that match, and I thought it would be great for our fans to settle it in the ring at the Ring Revolver. At the Ring Revolver show, they had the match, and I had spoken to them, and I thought it would be great to have a match and build some interest, and then I have the story, some to Ring of Honor, or some to Ring of Honor, where Athena is the Ring of Honor Women's Champion. And yes, this is a imitation joke of Tony Khan when he announced that he's the new proud owner of Ring of Honor. But hopefully he doesn't get offended and insults me in the comments, which I don't think he would, even though he tweeted multiple stuff on social media on Twitter before. But anyways, Billy Starks is her minion. There is a lot of interest in that. I thought it would be great to see that tag team match against two of the horsewomen, Marina and Ronda Rousey. Ronda was happy to come here, so she was great. The crowd was really excited to see her, and it was great. It was a great match. We would love to have her back sometime. It was really fun. Her being out there. She's local and lives nearby, and that helped me. It probably anytime it's it's convenient, we would love to have her back. We will have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see what's next in store for Ronda Rousey. She got people talking in a big way after appearance this this week, but AEW doesn't seem to be in her future for the time being. But what do you think about the baddest woman on the planet making her Ring of Honor debut, despite not being under contract with Tony Khan? According to this press conference, according to this press conference that Tony Khan was hosting, like, do you think she's gonna sign a deal with uh, with AEW and become All Elite, or do you think that she's gonna pass and then just make a couple appearances because she wanted to team with her longtime best friend, like next to Shayna Baszler and Jessamine Duke, Marina Shafir. Like, but yeah, Tony Khan said she's also welcome to join her, and then it was very convenient. But it was all convenient. Like, but it was very convenient because she was already down there down at the in the West Coast, of course. Like, because she was wrestling at the Wrestling Revolver show with Marina Shafir, like teaming against Billy Starks and Athena, which she's holding the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. You know what? This is gonna be my new stick now of imitating Tony Khan. Let's hope he doesn't give me some kind of a restriction strike of insensitivity, because it's not making fun of him. It's like exactly humiliating him. It's supposed to be for fun because like because it's about AEW and in a good way. In that, of course, like it's actually some kind of like a respectable complimentary, like of a imitation of saying Ring of Honor. But anyways, but yeah, what do you think about him bringing in Ronda Rousey, just like he also from the past other being asked about Mercedes Moné? Like, we could do you see either of these women being in AEW? Sound off in the comments below. And they were rumored to be the surprise signing of AEW, but it seemed like that wasn't the case. Well, at least at this time, like it wasn't the case, and it was Will Ospreay was the mystery man or mystery wrestler. It could have been a man or a woman that signed the signed the wrestling contract with the All Elite promotion. But only time will tell what's going to happen next in the future. But let's move on to the next news now. And it says and we got some Julia Hart breaks silence on historic TBS title win at AEW Full Gear. And this one's a huge shocker. Like, I was not expecting this. It says Julia Hart's in-ring appearance used to be used to be sporadic, but things have changed significantly for her now. The House of Black member changed challenged Chris Statlander and Sky Blue for the TBS Championship at AEW Full Gear. Full Gear. I'm starting saying it like that. Like, if I'm saying Ring of Honor with the imitation of Tony Khan, I might as well say it like Eddie Kingston with Full Gear, like at Full Gear. Anyways, how was that facial expression when I said that? Sound off in the comments down below. But anyways, and would win the match, becoming a champion. Hart has now taken to Twitter to break her silence after her win. Ringside News provided a full coverage of AEW Full Gear. It features a lot of memorable moments and incredible matches that made sure fans were at the edge of their seats through the event. But this one, according to this one, it says Julia Hart squared off against Chris Statlander and Sky Blue for the TBS title at the event. Julia Hart would win the title in a shocking moment, like for fans in attendance, like to become the new champion. Julia Hart took to Twitter and finally broke her silence after her massive TBS title win, make, making it evident she is the youngest AEW champion at the age of 22. Dang, she's a year older than SNA here. But anyways, she also took to her Instagram story and uploaded a photo of herself with the title. And do they have an image of that right around here? But it basically looks like this, like on the top of the article. With her holding up the championship, doing her pose and celebration. And what do you think about Julia Hart being the new All Elite Wrestling Women's TBS Championship, even though it doesn't have the name or the term women onto the title, but just saying because it's a women's mid-card division championship. But anyways, y'all let me know down in the comments below. And at this, I knew there was going to be a new champion, but I thought it was going to be Sky Blue, like catching Chris Statlander off guard, misting her in the eyes, and confirming her heel turn and winning the TBS championship. But no, like I'm not sure if that's yet to happen. Like I'm not sure if that's yet to happen yet, but at the meantime, we're gonna see Julia Hart be the new TBS champion in the foreseeable future. Like as we go forward as we go forward with AEW, and we're gonna. And we're going to end the news now as WWE star, and we're going to go back to WWE, I should say, as WWE star achieves first a singles victory in over 8 months. Like the at a house show, of course. This is where it says right here, according to this article, Ridge Holland has been one of the mainstays of Friday Night SmackDown after he joined up with Sheamus and Butch. That that said, his singles career hasn't really been going anywhere. Thankfully, he finally picked up his first singles win in over 8 months, which was 8 months ago, was back in dang, that was back in March, like right before WrestleMania. But anyways, WWE held the Saturday night's main event into into in Tupelo in Tupelo into yeah, into in Tupelo, Mississippi. That's what the name is, Tupelo, Mississippi. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But on Saturday, November 18th, the live event featured quite a few matches for fans in attendance to enjoy. This included Ridge Holland squared off against Karrion Kross in a singles match. Shockingly enough, Ridge Holland picked up the win over Kross. This marked his first singles win since March 5th, 2023. And I was right, yeah, back in March. Like, wow. Where he defeated Cruz del Toro at a WWE house show. Ridge Holland was part of a number one contenders match for the undisputed tag team championships this past Friday on SmackDown. this past week, but failed to win. We'll have to see what's next in store for him. And recently, and that was recently, and also it looks like we'll probably see a breakup of both him and Butch. Whether if he turns out to be the heel or the face, into this breakup, we're gonna see him probably being on more singles matches, more often. If the tag team breakup between him and Butch is confirmed on Friday Night SmackDown, only time will tell when that happens. And what do you think? Do you think it's going to be a matter of time? It's going to be sooner, or it's going to be later when he's gonna no longer team with the Bruiserweight? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And yes, sir and ma'am, that was your SNA podcast wrestling news of the day of Sunday, November 19th, 2023. And this for episode 132 of the SNA podcast wrestling news part 45, I believe. Yeah, the wrestling news part 45. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit the big thumbs up. That includes you too, Michael Vasquez. But yeah, y'all, if you love this video, please leave a huge thumbs up, including you, Michael Vasquez, and the rest of you viewers or SNA fans out there that's watching my videos. And comment down below, subscribe, click the bell notifications so you can be uploaded so you can be notified when I upload my next video, which will be my next wrestling news video, which will be in Monday, November 20th, 2023, which I'm going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA fans need to know, which I'm going to be talking about I'm talking about the wrestling news from the Sportskeeda article. Make sure y'all be prepared to watch that latest news tomorrow in the afternoon, and also afterwards, that's going to be episode 133, Wrestling News Part 46, while I'm going to be doing the Monday Night Raw review episode 134 of the Monday Night Raw review, which will be part 15, my 15th week of doing the SNA podcast about Monday Night Raw, which we're going to be talking about what's to come, including the advantage match between Cody Rhodes, Seth freaking Rollins, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn against the Judgment Days, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, which they're the undisputed tag team championship, at least for now, and Dominic Mysterio and their newest member, at least honorary member, JD Madonna, which he's kind of in a similar situation like what Sami Zayn was in the Bloodline around this time last year. But who do you think is going to win the advantage match, and who do you think is going to win the men's War Games match, which I believe Drew McIntyre is going to interfere once again and give the Judgment Day another victory of getting the advantage, and whether if someone their mystery partner for War Games, the men's War Games, reveal himself, whether if it's tomorrow, soon as tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw, or this or a week from this past Saturday, the week from this past Saturday, he's going to reveal himself. Only time will tell, which I think is going to, whoever's going to be, he's going to probably be there and help out Team Rhodes and Rollins and Uso and Zayn win the match. And finally put this feud against the Judgment Day to rest. And also I'm going to be doing the Survivor Series War Games review on that, which will be I think this will be my fifth ever premium live event, pay-per-view / premium live event review. Yeah, premium live event review, of doing the SNA podcast. Speaking of which, I've been your host, Super Ninja Austin. This was the 132nd episode of the SNA podcast, Wrestling News Part 45. And yeah, and that was your wildest wrestling news. Which part of the news was your favorite out of any of these wrestling news? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And sorry I haven't got a chance to see any recaps. There was no recaps on this article, at least in the parts that I was reading for the Daily Wrestling News. But yeah, make sure you check that out there. But I'm gonna say they did talk about that Sting and Darby Allin got a victory over Sting and Darby Allin and Adam Copeland, the Rated R superstar, getting a victory out of the Captain of Charisma, or the former Captain of Charisma, whoever he is. I guess the father hating wrestler, I guess the dead father hating wrestlers, I should say, like Christian Cage and his little sidekick of companion of what's his name, Nick Wayne, and his right hand man of destruction, Luchasaurus. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow night when I make those 2 videos. And hopefully Michael Vasquez here is gonna watch it himself, and my other usual viewers will be watching my wrestling news videos, like watching my wrestling news video and my Raw review videos. But until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin, the assassin, is out. And yeah, hopefully I can get the results. Hopefully I can get see the results and the recaps on AEW Dynamite for MJF for the World Championship, and I'll talk about that, if not on the wrestling news for tomorrow of November 20th, 2023. But yeah, bye-bye. But anyways, bye-bye, my SNA fans. See you then.